Pablo Mari. Again, I think fans are taking it over the. I think fans are going overboard with praise for him. And what I mean by that is not therefore keep talking about his performance. You know, he's playing well, he's doing well. I mean, in that it just feels like, you know, when players are doing badly or players are doing goodly, we draw conclusions. I don't think you can draw conclusions over Mari. I like what I'm seeing. I've seen a man that's had injuries, had to be patient, and I'm seeing a man at 27. You know, I'm seeing a man that ain't got time to waste. He's playing well, he's performing well, he's being consistent. Yeah, he had the penalty against Chelsea, and he had some nervy moments in these games, but generally we've seen the quality. You know, he reads the game well. You know, he's got that calmness about him. He's got a decent pass on him. The only area of concern for me with Mari is the lack of pace that might get him in problems. But truthfully, we don't know his true level. He's played 9 games for Arsenal, 3 or 4 in the league, you know, and really the last 4 games, I'm not belittling him, it's down to him, but we've been in form as a team. We need to keep going and seeing where his true level. We need to see where we are in May. I like Mari. I think, you know, like I said, I wanted the 3 new centre-halves to be central this season. I wanted Mari to get a look in, Gabriel and obviously Saliba. They're new centre-halves. They haven't been really involved in the F3 that some of the repeat offenders have at this club. So yeah, man, I think he's fully deserved. I just think fans need to calm down with, you know, proclaiming this as him as the next guy or him as a forever fixture. In the same way, not just him, a lot of players, Smith Rowe as well. These players we need to allow time, people. Well, mainly Smith Rowe because he's young, but Mari, we don't know. And what I want to say is, when he has that bad game, are you going to keep this energy? For what I've seen is so far so good, but me personally, the jury's still out. That doesn't mean I'm skeptical on him. That doesn't mean I think he's not a good player. It just means I don't know your true level. I'm only really watching him at Arsenal. I watched him against Liverpool when he was at Flamengo. Obviously, when he was linked with us, I watched a couple games and did what I could. But I don't know Donny's true level. But so what I'm seeing is so far so good. I like what I'm seeing. I think he can be a competent option. But I do think fans are going over the top. But like I said, people, he's doing well. It's fully deserved. He fully deserves his praise. And for me personally, you know, with Mari, it's now good problems. You know, statistically, he's doing well. He reads the game well. You know, the lack of pace concerns me. But if you read the game well, you can get away with that. The only issue is we play a high line. And for me personally, it's good problems now, because to play that, for me, Gabriel walks back in. Gabriel is in the centre. I do think it's probably Gabriel and Holding in Arteta's thinking. But is it Gabriel and Holding? Should it, you know, is it Holding and Gabriel? Is it Gabriel and Holding? Is it Holding and Louise? Is it Louise and Mari? Do we go with a pivot? A centre half duo we haven't seen in you know, Gabriel and Mari, where many people will say they're 2 left footers. You can't do that, and I hear it, but I've just said Holding. I've just said Holding and David Luiz. So they're 2 right footers. One's got to play on the left hand side. Or if Saliba was here and there was many different combinations, one would have to. So it don't really make much sense. But for me, it's good problems, you know. Gabriel and Luiz, it might be a good one, you know, 2 left-footed defenders. It might be. Personally, I wouldn't try that yet against Palace, because we're in form, we're doing all right. I don't think we really need to reinvent the wheel. I'd like to see Gabriel come back in, or I would like to see a partnership that we've seen already. I don't really want to see experiments. So the Gabriel and Mari one, for me at this moment in time, I really wouldn't want to see it. Not because I think it's bad. It's just we've got a little bit of form. And I think when you're in form, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You need to sometimes keep things basic. And that's it. You know, we're playing people in their right positions. We're playing a consistent lineup. This is what I want to see, sort of thing. So I think with Mari, there's good problems. You know, you can't not get at Mari. You know, Mari is a quality. He's showing that he's moving like a quality centre half, people, and he deserves all the praise he gets, people. Like I said, people, you know, he deserves that. He's an unsung hero. Where's all them? There's some statistics that I saw last time I googled him, people. Away from all of that, the Telegraph is gonna. You have to pay for the Telegraph, I think. So we're not gonna click on that. But let's see what this says. The unsung hero. Big up Mari. I like what I've seen from Pablo Mari so far, people. You know, and we had to throw him in because we had some injury. Oh, where's that gone? Apologies, people. We had to throw him in because we had some injury suspensions, and probably it wasn't even fair to him because he has missed a lot of football in the last year. And that's why I salute Miriam even more. You know, we'll never know where he truly is in the pecking order, because as you could see, you know, if it wasn't injury, suspensions, COVID and the rest of it, would Mari have got a look in? I don't know, people, but I respect him because he's had injuries, he's barely played, he's had to be patient. We spoke earlier about, you know, the need for players to get rhythm, and Arteta's spoken about. He's been thrown in at the deep end, and this is why he signed for the club. And it's like what I'm seeing. I just hope that nobody, if he, like I said, if he has a good game, anyone that has a good game, we praise them. If they have a bad game, we ask what went wrong. But I just hope all of this, like I said, I just feel football fans are too excited with, you know, one day someone's a messiah and then there's a witch hunt. You know, when he had, not that I ever want him to have a bad game, but when he has a shaky game, is the same energy going to be said to people? Because man are saying already he's better than Gabriel. I like the comments. That's what we should be saying, you know. Where, you know, we speak to 4 Arsenal fans, they'll probably say 4 different centre-half combinations. So imagine what Arteta is thinking through his head, people. I respect him. What I like about him as well is he give. I've always said it. I like that he doesn't do things above his pay grade. We've had too many centre-halves that think they're Beckenbauer and Ronald Koeman. He'll try his little pass that he's good at, but he's not trying to do things he's not built for. You know, he's very vocal. I don't know if that's something that's happened lately or that's how he's always been, but he's very vocal. He reads the game well. He's a competent option. You know, that's all I want. Competence, consistency, and competence. You know, can you, if I throw you in for 3 games or whatever, whether you're a squad player or a regular, can you do a job? You know, and are you competent? If you're a centre half, can you actually defend? That's all I want from Donny. And he's doing that. And like he said, I think he deserves all this praise. He said he's a leader. He's someone who trains really hard. He is really professional. He is really professional. He's a great communicator on the pitch, and he gives some security and some stability. And he does have, that's the one thing I think he has over Gabriel. I do think Gabriel can be described as a bit rash and a bit reckless at times. We know he's a bit raw. Like for me, Gabriel's the first choice, but that's the one thing I think Marie has. He's a bit more of a calming influence. Obviously, he's more seasoned in that regards. That's the one thing I think he has. But like I said, good problems, you know, holding, again, we never know. I think, you know, we've got to be careful because the holding for me falls into the category of Pepe and Lacazette and David Luiz and who else? Even Mustafi at a period. What I describe as hot and cold. It's like we have numerous players in this squad that go through good moments, you know, like you're seeing. There's only, if it's not Tierney, Martinelli, Saka, Partey, to a degree, Gabriel and Aubameyang, based off the last thing, they're the only ones I can really say over a 38-game period, you're going to show me a base level. Other players are going to dip, stay there for a while. Other players are going to go high and stay there for a while, like you're seeing currently with Lacazette. Lacazette's already gone through good and bad moments. Do you get it? So I think Holding is one of those. So we'll never know. You know, I think in Holding's case in centre-half, we can't get too gassed off current form. Marie, only time will tell his true level. You know, Holding, I mean, David Luiz is a hot and cold player. Gabriel is still raw. But at the moment, there's good problems, as I said, you know, and he's also said he done really well with Rob Holding. He was really good again on Saturday with David Luiz, 3 clean sheets in a row, and he fully deserves his chance to play. And that's a fact. He deserves that, you know. And with Marie in the side, Arsenal have conceded just 1 goal in their last 4 games, people. Now, we have to, you know, let's be real. We played a Brighton and West Brom side that were toothless and not in form, sort of thing. But you can only play what's in front of you. You know, that's not just down to Pablo Marie. You've got to praise the whole squad. In the same way, when someone makes one mistake that we focus on and say it costs us the game, it's never just that. You know, it's a 90-minute game with 11 men. So it's a good look. To be fair, it's a good look. And obviously, I forget Marie. The only bad thing I say with you is that penalty against Chelsea, our Bacon got saved. But apart from that, he's been quality, people, you know. And apparently, you know, Arteta wanted a left-footed centre-half. He's got that. And for me, now there is genuine problems, you know. Is it Marie or Holding? Marie and Holding, sorry. Is it David Luiz and Marie? Is it David Luiz and Rob Holding? Is it Gabriel and Luiz? Is it Gabriel and Holding? Do we experiment with Gabriel being our best centre-half? Marie being our best informed centre-half? Do we experiment and say, you know what, you're both left-footed. Why have you got to be competition? Why can't you be boys? Like, you know, why is it got to be either or? Why can't one of you be thrown in? Like, once again, many people look at that on a weird thing and say it's 2 left-footers, but there's many right-footed partnerships we've seen. You know, I don't want to go back to a back 3, but if we have to go back to a back 3, you know, I'm not saying this is the first choice. It's probably going to be David Luiz, Gabriel, and Rob Holding. But could you go with Marie, Gabriel, and David Luiz? You know, the man in the picture right here, Tierney, Marie, Gabriel. There's many different options we can now flirt with and things like that. So who knows, people? On one hand, I don't know. I wouldn't play Gabriel there or Marie. But with Kolasinac going and with Tierney and Saka as our only left wing options, Tierney the only out and out one has to wonder what happens there. You know, you've got Maitland-Niles, you've got Cedric. Could you get away with throwing one of them there now? I wouldn't throw Gabriel or Marie there. You know, if I've talked about my only concern over Marie being his lack of pace, it wouldn't make sense to put him wing back. But you get the point, people. For me, I'm just happy there's problems. You know, the more problems, the better for Arsenal. Arteta should have a tough time thinking of his lineup, people, thinking of who is he gonna go in, who is he gonna play, you know, who is he genuinely going to line up with, people. And that's all I want, really, you know, that's all I want at the end of the day, people.